So, good evening, everyone. So, yes, I want to talk about this issue of when you buy a reverse osmosis, right? Especially those locally assembled ones. I want to specifically speak about those locally assembled ones. If you buy reverse osmosis today, um, part of the reason why we do what we do is not only about the fact that you need to get access to clean water. That's not just the basics. Now, another thing you also need to consider is the sufficiency of it. All right, it's not enough to be getting clean water. Okay, it's not just enough. Now, what's also important is getting clean water that is enough for your consumption. Now, if you invite me now, okay, all right, and I come to your place and I look at the environment, I look at your consumption rate, I estimate what you're going to be needing, or how long it takes you to finish up maybe a 1,000 liters tank, or a 2,000 liters tank, or 3,000, as the case may be, and I estimate that you're gonna need a four membrane reverse osmosis. Now, don't get me wrong, a four membrane reverse osmosis is normally called 1,000 liters per hour reverse osmosis. That is in theory. All right. Now, that's in theory. Why? Because 1,000 liters is four membranes, right? Now, each of the membranes is 250 liters composition. That is the amount of water it is manufactured to produce in 1 hour for each one membrane, 250 liters. Now, but then again, the reverse osmosis is structured in a way that is designed to release wastewater. That is the technology behind it. All right, that is the way it is manufactured, and that is the technology behind it. It is structured in a way to release wastewater during operation. Now, the four membranes that you bought, assuming you have a four membrane reverse osmosis, and they told you it's 1,000 liters an hour, the truth is that you are not going to be getting 1,000 liters an hour of clean water. That is the truth. That is the truth. You are not going to be getting 1,000 liters of clean water in 1 hour. Why? You can ask me why. Why is that so? Okay, now listen. Like I told you earlier, each of the membranes is scheduled to produce 250 liters. Now, and then we have an allowance for waste, right? We have an allowance for waste. And then when we have this waste, each of the membranes will be designed to release, some will be designed to release clean water, while some will be designed to release wastewater. Now, what it means is, if you have a four membrane reverse osmosis, it might be that it is only two that is actually feeding you clean water. All right, listen to it. Okay, maybe it's not a deceit, but that's the truth. That's the fact, and that is because the reverse osmosis is manufactured to give you wastewater and clean water simultaneously at the same time. So it might be only two of the membranes that is giving you clean water, while two is going to be giving you wastewater. Now, what does it mean for you, the user? What it means in actual practice is this. If you buy a four membranes, for example, if you buy a four membranes, it means that when we call it 1,000 liters an hour, that is in theory. It is not in practice. All right, it is not in practice. Now, in practice, you might be getting 500 liters of clean water in 1 hour. The rest will go for waste, or you might be getting 750 liters of water in 1 hour at most. Now this applies to whether you have a two membranes, whether you have three, whether you have four, whether you have five, whether you have six, sorry, or some even five. You can construct it according to the number of membranes you want to. You can do two, you can do three, you can even do one membrane. You can do two, you can do three, you can do five, you can do six, you can do 8, you can do 12 membranes. So it depends on the higher the amount of membranes you decide to go for, the higher the estimated amount of clean water you are gonna get. Now what it means for you, the user, is it does not only apply for two or four membranes, it applies to all the membranes, even the imported reverse osmosis. Now the imported reverse osmosis is also designed to give you wastewater in operation. Whenever it's in operation, wastewater is designed by the manufacturers, by the technology behind the membranes to release wastewater. So if you have let me say a 1 ton reverse osmosis imported, right? That's the stainless one, imported one. You're not getting 1,000 liters in 1 hour of clean water. That one is sure. It's going to be giving you waste. If you have a 2 tons, that's 8 membranes, you're not going to be getting 2,000 liters of clean water in every hour. That is an assumption. That is in theory. Now, it's important you also understand this fact. Secondly, if we install a reverse osmosis for you today, all right, and what I'm trying to say is that if I install an RO system for you, reverse osmosis is RO for short. I'm going to be using RO for short. Now, if I install an RO system for you today, and it's giving you, let's say, it's pumping very, very fast, and you're excited, don't be excited. Don't be excited yet. Don't be excited, yes. The truth is, allow it to run for like 6 months or 1 year. And the reason is because, and it's quite simple, when the water is coming into your membranes, you have particles that the membranes are trapping. Okay? Now, when those membranes are trapping those particles, as time goes on, after some time, you will find out that the particles are beginning to obstruct the pores in the membranes. And therefore, it is going to slow down the speed, the velocity with which the pressure pump pushes out the water. What does it mean? Alright, what it means is the main material that is actually used to filter that clean water for you, it's called the membranes. Everything you see outside of that thing is periphery. It's just on the surface. The main equipment that is actually used for that filtration is inserted into those stainless casing or canisters, whatever you call it. Alright? Now, when we push water through those chambers, through those membranes, after some time, as it is filtering particles and dirt out, it is retaining it inside of the membranes. Now, after some time, you find out that the membranes begin to accumulate dirt. Alright? The membranes begin to accumulate dirt. And then when it begins to accumulate that dirt, it traps it inside the membranes. Now, when the pressure pump is pushing out water, it will encounter a resistance from the membranes, and thereby you will find out that you are no longer getting the same amount of you were getting 6 months ago, or 1 year ago, or 2 years ago. So it is designed to reduce the pressure, your output, or the outcome, or the volume you are getting at the end of the day is going to reduce after some time. And then the last thing I want to say is this: For those people that I might have met them, okay, Obi, come and check my site, come and look at my place, come up to my estate, come and check. We are building a complex. We have gone to many places. And if I come there, I estimate what I know, what I believe, according to the standards and according to what I just explained to you now. I estimate what I think will be enough sufficient clean water for you. All right? Oh, people will say, oh, it's too expensive. Somebody else gave me cheaper. No, whenever somebody says it's too expensive, what are you comparing it to? You are comparing it to someone else who has given you something cheaper. Now, whenever you are buying something, price should be your last consideration. You know why? It is not price that drives purchase or that drives acquisition. What is important to you should be the metrics behind the price. If I want to buy something today and somebody tells me this one is 4 million and then this one is 1.5 million, there's a wide gap. I will ask you, why are you giving such a price? Can you explain why this price is this high? When somebody, oh, the price is very high, it's too expensive. What are you comparing it to? You cannot be comparing what is substandard to what we have given you. Or somebody said, oh, go and check this my site. I went to Pinocchio Estate one time ago. Pinocchio Estate, I went to, come and check. Blah, blah, blah. I went there. When I saw what they were building, it was like a complex, but it's a very big compound. I gave of course, the facility manager, I gave him the code. He didn't call back. I'm not bothered. Do I have to call? I reached out. Oh, your price was expensive. No. Price is not the determinant factor of purchase. Whenever I come to a place, if I look around, I recommend what I think will be enough for that production. Yes, I recommend whatever I think will be enough in that particular location. If it's a family house, maybe a man, a wife, his kids, his children, maybe a family of 6, a family of 4, a family of 8, I can just recommend 4 membranes rather, and then we'll execute the job. But if I come to a place and we have a tenant, you have this family, you have that family, and you know that yes, they are going to need higher quantity of water. But if we give that price, people will say, oh, the price is high. No. So there are indices, there are things that connote, there are things that are important, there are things that we must understand. It is like this in every sector. In every sector, even if you want to buy a car, why are you going for? You cannot go to a place that are selling Rolls Royce and be pricing them Toyota. If you go to a Rolls Royce where they are selling Rolls Royce shop, or let me say a showroom of Rolls Royce, and they tell you, oh, it is 200 million, it's 300 million. You cannot price them. Can't I get it for 20 million? They say, go and buy Toyota, go and buy Honda. Do you understand? So this is important that we understand what we are doing. Okay? It's important that we always understand what is obtainable and what's happening. And then again, there are so many mistakes people do in this water treatment business. People just come. In every industry, we have quacks, right? And as time goes on this channel, we are going to be explaining what those mistakes people do, everyday mistakes people do in their installations, in their jobs, in every area. We have quacks all over. Like for example, now we have an issue that somewhere in Lekki County, demolitions are going on. The question now is, who were the developers that sold those properties? Were they not aware that the particular area in that place is waterways? Were they not aware? The second question is, who were the government officials and Alausa that signed those papers for approval? Who were the people that gave approval for those lands to be built upon? Who signed it? Were those people not aware that this place is waterways or is part of the master plan? These are the issues. Until we come to a point in this country where we can tell ourselves the simple truth, we cannot get it right. Okay, now today now, I sympathize with the owners. I don't know any of the owners. I've not reached out to them. I don't know them. I don't know where they come from. I don't know whether they are Westerners, Southerners, Northerners. I don't know. Many people live in Lagos. What I'm trying to say is, people gave those approvals. Yes. People gave those approvals. Somebody signed the approval. People came to that site. To build in Lagos, you have to go, like, let me say, 5 different agencies, or is it even 7? I heard one engineer, one architect saying 7. Those people, those engineers that were coming, what were they coming for? Were they not aware that this place is part of the waterways? So, as time goes on, like I said, we will begin to look at what all the abnormalities that is going on. All right, we'll begin to look at all the abnormalities, all the things that are actually going on. In every industry, we have quacks, we have people who are unqualified, we have people who don't know anything about it, we have people who just dabble into it, they don't even understand it, they don't know, all they know is, oh, okay, this one is cheaper, let's do it this way, okay, it's cheaper this way. I've gone to a place where the guy brought membranes and then they hang them on the wall. Okay, you brought membranes and then you hang them on the wall, and then you now use a submersible pump right from inside the borehole to push the water out. How do you think you're going to get clean water? You can't get clean water. That is not the design. It is the pores in those membranes are so tiny that you need a very high force to push through. So ideally, basically, you can't get it that way. So when people come to us and then we give them prices and then they say, oh, the price is high. No, the price is not high. You have not understood what is happening. Because the other person that is giving you, okay, make we do them like this. Okay, make we do them like this. It is cheaper like this. Madam, make we do them like this. It is cheaper like this. No. That is not the way it works. That's not the way it works. Let's do it. Okay, make we do them like this. Okay, make we do them like this. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, let's do it. No. That is not how it works. You must understand, in every industry, you cannot just wake up today and say you are a pilot. It's not possible. You cannot just wake up today and say you are a pilot. Okay, alright? You cannot just wake up today and say you are a lawyer, or you are an engineer, or you are a doctor. It's not possible. But because our job is something that a lot of uneducated folks dabble into, a lot of people who are not even enlightened, they dabble into it. A lot of savvy people that are just enthusiastic, they just understand, oh, if we do this, we're gonna get. No, you may do it and you may end up in trouble. So in the course of this video, we are going to continue to unravel some truths. We are going to be unraveling some truths about water treatment, reverse osmosis, treatment process, whatever it takes, so that people can begin to understand what is important and what's not important, and what is the driver of prices, the factors that determine the price, the indices behind price, all right, the different kinds of things we have, the different ways, what each one does, whatever the function of each one is, to the best of our knowledge and to the best that we can be able to explain. Okay, so these are the issues. We have understood these things not by theory, it's by practical. Okay, it's not by a plumber. Somebody can be a plumber but may not understand water treatment. Not all plumbers are water treatment technicians. But water treatment technicians do plumbing jobs. So we do, it is under plumbing and water supply that treatment technicians come in. One is not a subordinate to the other. It is a symbiotic relationship. But even at that, people who are regularly, they are plumbers. But because of the quest for money, because of the greed for money, because of the, you know, the desire, the desperation for money, they dabble into water treatment. So oga, make we do am. Oga, I sabi do am. Oga, I go fit do am. Oga, make we do am like this. Madam, make we do am. No. It's not like that. You must understand it first of all. It's not just you collecting pipes and elbows and joints. No. There are a lot of things, a lot of factors that are determined. So like I said, as time goes on in this channel, we will continue to educate, to, enlighten, to expose some of the truths in both in treatment, maybe in real estate. We will get to know many things that are very, very deep. All right, that are very, very deep. See you. My name is Obi Ifedilichukwu, Purity Flow Services Limited. I am based in Lagos, but we deliver throughout Nigeria. I have done installations in Owerri. I have done installations, that's Imo State. I have done installations in Port Harcourt in River State. I have done installation in Sokoto. Okay, in Sokoto State. So as far as that is. So what we are trying to say is that we will continue to enlighten people. This is beside other supplies that we might have done. We have customers in Warri, we have customers in Delta State, in Edo State, in Ondo, in Ekiti, okay, Ogun State, in Abeokuta. Every part of most areas, we have people that we have supplied. We have customers in Akwa Ibom, we have in Bayelsa, we have all over. So as time goes on, we will continue to enlighten people, educate people, so that at the end of the day, they will fully understand this thing and the reason why the cost cannot be the same for every person. See you. My name is Obi Ifedilichukwu. God bless you.